I just watched a new Demon Slayer movie last night and that was amazing. And no worries, in the first half of this video especially, I will avoid all major spoilers, all spoilers in general. And then towards the end, I'll give a little spoiler warning, but I'm still not gonna say nothing crazy. Demon Slayer instantly dropped us into a classic with no warm up, and from the start, you could tell that this is not gonna hit like any other Demon Slayer movie we've seen before. You know there's flawless animation, there is flawless CGI, and if you wanna see the best fight that Demon Slayer has to offer, in my opinion, you gotta see this movie. We see a whole bunch of animes making movies nowadays, and Demon Slayer was really the first to get on that wave, one of the first. So you know with this movie, they had to put their foot on people's necks to show them, yeah, you still don't got nothing on us. We were prepared for this movie with the Hashira training arc, with all the Hashiras in it, and there was no real boxing in that season, which I still liked, but they made up for that with this movie right here. In the Mugen Train movie, the action kind of ramps up a bit. There's backstories and stuff in the beginning. Not in this movie. This movie literally drops you right in. The very first beginning shot of this movie, you see trees and you're gonna question yourself for a split second, are those real trees? The CGI details in the wood, the smoke, and even blended in with some characters worked flawlessly. We're officially past the era where CGI just automatically means bad and deserves hate. The Infinity Castle movie freaked the fuck out of their CGI. But the thing is, going into this, we kind of expected the animation to be tough. Demon Slayer already has movie style animation in each of their episodes. That's what makes it so great. The cinematic quality jump really comes in the audio design. Oh my gosh, it was crispy and immersive. Some moments in the movie go completely silent just to focus on one thing that is going on audibly. It has real like 3D sound. I watched this in IMAX, so maybe that helped with the experience. But the sound of blood dripping on the floor, a sword dropping on the ground or being picked back up, or a crow in the background, it hits you different. This kind of audio makes the tension hit harder. Now, this might be a controversial part. I don't know if it is, but this might be a controversial part. What I loved is that this story balanced backstory with action. I feel like action needs backstory, backstory needs action. If it was all backstory, it would be boring. If it was all action, we wouldn't know why they're fighting or what's motivating them. With that being said, there is a lot of backstory in this movie. I'd say probably 45% of this movie is backstory, but they find a way to weave it in between each fight so it's not just backstory, 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 kind of like how it was in Mugen Train. And also, since it's been a long time since we've seen a season and this is replacing a season of Demon Slayer, they take their time to re-jog our memory on what happened. As a matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'll keep that to myself just in case I'm remembering the sequence of events wrong. But anyways, they jump right back into peak Demon Slayer boxing like immediately. And to be honest with you, there's not a lot of slow parts, even though the story is 45% backstory. It's kind of crazy. This movie low-key has some funny moments too, like legitimately. From movie to movie with Demon Slayer, they make those comedic timing like hit way better. I was actually laughing out loud in the theater and I was watching the Japanese sub version, like jokes hit different that way. All right, for all my people who want to see the movie with zero spoilers and just want to know all the good parts to get you to go to the movie, this section is over for you guys. Sorry, check out some of my other videos. I got some great stuff. Just watch that movie. For all the people who have seen the movie, this is kind of like the minor spoiler warning section. I'm not gonna spoil anything big because, you know, there's gonna be some people that haven't watched the movie that will continue watching this video. I know that. I know y'all. But there are definitely some points that I wanted to talk about. Zenitsu was the biggest surprise. The Hashira training arc changed him the most, and it should have. We know that the MC is gonna power scale mid-fight because that's what MCs do. But Zenitsu, after that training arc, he's moving like a totally different person. Literally, that's a quote from the movie. And this time, he's wide awake. This time, he's sharp. And this time, he's real serious. The fight with the insect Hashira was handled beautifully. It was amazing. Cinematic is an understatement. And that fight and the conclusion for that fight set the tone for the rest of the film. Rengoku is a part of this movie, and of course he is a Hashira. He means a lot to everybody and the people who watched the first movie, and because of where this insect Hashira fight is, it's not gonna have the same weight as Rengoku, but it was still handled so beautifully. And in a weird way, set up the next movie. But yeah, with this fight and others, they give backstories like One Piece style. You get a backstory, you get a backstory, you get a backstory, you get a back. Everybody gets a backstory. They're not bad, they're all good backstories, but it's like everybody will get a backstory. And after the first two backstories from the insect Hashira fight, I knew for the rest of this movie that, yeah, we're gonna get backstories for everyone because I didn't think that upper two warranted a backstory. But once I found out he did, I just realized everyone's gonna get one. My favorite backstory was definitely Akaza's. It was super surprising, and how difficult is it to make me feel some sort of sympathy for Akaza? But here I was like, damn, like, golly. At first, I thought Tanjiro's and Akaza's backstories were pretty long, but once I sat there to kind of take it in, the fact that we were going into some long backstories and got comfortable, it was good. I appreciated it. And honestly, I liked Akaza's backstory way more. That could be because that will be his only backstory, and Tanjiro has many backstories preceding, current, and in the future, but Akaza's was still really strong. And since we're speaking about Akaza so much, I just want to talk about that fight. I legitimately think that this fight is the best fight in the whole series. In terms of the fights I think it was competing with was the Entertainment District fight at the end, and then Rengoku's fight in the last movie. I think those are the two previous best fights in the Demon Slayer series. I think Akaza's fight takes that away completely. Each round got more intense. Pause. And again, I won't spoil the end of this fight, what happens at this fight, I won't spoil it, but this guy just won't go away. This man was breaking the rules of being a demon. He was breaking the rules of his own species, of his own being, off of sheer determination to get stronger, which was making him stronger. He ain't had no weapons. It was just hands, boxing, kickboxing, martial arts, whatever, he was doing it. And at the same time, like I said, they had some time to fit in the lore, so it wasn't just hands flying, it had weight to it. Of the few things that I didn't like about this movie, the way the fight literally ended, I wish it could have ended differently, but the way it went, it was amazing. The way it ended made sense narratively, but it's like, just from like an eye candy perspective, I kind of wanted to see that thing that we all wanted to see, I'm assuming. Overall, this movie adaptation hit different. The fact that it's a movie and not a season changes a lot. They did a lot, and I think they did a good job at adapting this into a movie. Whether you've seen the original Demon Slayer movie or watched the whole series or never seen Demon Slayer at all, you will get enjoyment out of this movie. Personally, I might have to read the manga to learn more about the backstories and the things they cut out because it's a movie. It's 2 hours and 35 minutes long. And by the way, I don't know if y'all know this, animated movies are not long at all. Like a 2 hour animated movie is like good. That's perfect. As a matter of fact, I think at the time it came out, one of the Spider-Verse movies was the longest anime movie that came out in the West. Did I say anime? I meant to say animation movie that came out in the West. Animated movies aren't long. In this movie was like 8 episodes of Demon Slayer. 8 episodes, 20 minutes each, 160 minutes. Yeah, this movie was 2 hours and 35 minutes, which is about 160 minutes. But anyways, I'm gonna go back to the manga to kind of read all the things I missed. I literally just watched the movie last night, took some notes, woke up, started recording. I can't wait to see the next one. Hopefully the next one comes out soon. I forgot when the next one will come out. Put that on the screen if it's out or if the information about it is out. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe button. I never told you who I was. I just sat down and started rambling. I am the Bread Show. I make videos about anime and gaming and all things in between, and giving my opinion on all that. And because of that, I had to watch the Demon Slayer movie. As a matter of fact, one of my first gaming videos on this channel was me playing the Demon Slayer game. That actually was pretty good, and I still have it. I should probably play it soon. I've been a big fan of Demon Slayer ever since it came out, way before I was even doing YouTube, and the fact that it's ending so soon made me feel some type of way. So it's good to get back into it. Good to get back in the flow. And let me know if y'all want to see more Demon Slayer content in the future. Are you a Dandadan fan? How about you watch some of my Dandadan videos? Or maybe you're a One Piece fan, because I got a lot of One Piece already on the channel. I'm gonna link some videos for y'all that I think y'all will like. And in the meantime, I'll get back to working on this free run video that I put off for this. So spread love, give inspiration in all you do, and peace out.
Welcome to the Craig Show. Take 2.